Good morning, people. This is Gary with Yab, and we gabbing with Yab today. I got my man Rich. What's going on, brother?
What's going on, babe?
Yeah, and today we're gonna talk about a hot topic that a lot of people talking about as far as the girl that that claimed she saw a baby in the highway down in Alabama. I'm gonna let you take it.
Man, that's really tough, man, because there's so much, hoaxes and people playing games, but it was serious. I thought it was serious. She said, she saw the baby on the road, pulled over, got out and all that, and then
Go ahead.
everybody's worried. They're worried about her, and then all of a sudden we hear it wasn't true.
I don't get it.
What's going on with people? What's going on with society where you would, fake something so crazy like that and so scary to people, man?
Yeah, and from what I hear, that she was trying just to get attention from her boyfriend.
Yeah, so I guess
that bad?
I guess he must be some solid dude, huh? I mean, she went through a whole lot, man. I mean, to go through all that, man, to get the attention means clearly there's something wrong with her,
right?
And it all seems to come back to when we talk about mental health.
Yes. It's definitely a disconnect.
There's a disconnect there because, I mean, you're talking about all these resources for the community. People worried about it. They got the police and all these people involved, and they're doing investigations,
right.
And you're saying all of this because she needed attention.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. It's crazy, but and then to go through all those, all ups and downs to lie and fabricate it. I've never seen nobody do that.
I know that.
And then to get the police involved, and she's still playing the role.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, she shows up back at her mom's house. So her mother and everybody on TV saying, "Oh, she looks like me. If you see her, this and that and the other." How do you think they feel?
I know.
The family.
I know. I was waiting to hear from her mom because, I believe her mom was out front, ahead of it saying, this is true, and I mean, she wouldn't do this type of stuff. And of course, your mom doesn't believe you're gonna do something crazy like that.
Right.
But it was. She really, really sent the country, because it was all around the country. People were worried about this and thought, how did this happen?
So that's why I'm saying, it was almost like she cried wolf.
Yeah.
So now, if something happened to somebody, are they gonna believe it?
Right.
They're gonna really investigate it first to find out, okay, she really got abducted or she really got taken.
Right.
So now you put a bad taste in your mouth, in the mouths of the police officers and people
Absolutely.
that's trying to, and detectives are trying to work on missing persons and stuff like
Right.
that. Because that's been happening for a while.
Yeah.
Not even though she told a lie, but that has been happening. People have been going missing. And,
yes.
People have been getting abducted.
Yes.
They have a black market for people. They have a black market for organs and stuff like that, human remains.
And then the trafficking, the sex trafficking with the young girls and boys, So she really messed herself up. And I guess she got arrested, right? Or she had to turn herself in towards the end of the last week.
Yeah, well, the last thing I heard was they was trying to figure out what to do with the charger.
Right, okay.
So I haven't heard anything
So maybe she didn't get arrested. Maybe that's what I heard. Maybe I'm mixing it up.
Okay.
But I thought that she had to, I know she had to go to the police station and talk to someone.
Right.
So she probably just turned herself in and said, whatever, probably try to throw herself on the sword and be like, I was, I lost my mind for a minute. But,
Yeah, I guess
she's got to be responsible for that, because they're making up all kinds of memes of her and the boy Jesse Smollett, when he claimed something happened to him.
Oh, man.
And they're making a mockery of it. She did this.
That's right. And for her to be out here now trying to do the social media thing, because everybody's into the social media. And is she trying to get likes, or she trying to get hits, or she trying to be famous for that week or whatever? But that's not the way to do things.
No.
You're lying. So now your credibility's shot.
Oh yeah.
Number two, everybody know her name, so she might not be able to get a job no more. Did she get fired or something from her job?
Yes, what I heard. She's a student.
student.
She's a nursing student. They said.
They looking at her like she crazy.
Right.
Yeah. And I'm looking at her like she's
right.
crazy.
I don't want, imagine her becoming a nurse. I don't want her taking care of me and none of my family.
Her credibility is shot. So not only did she mess up her, her and her family's name, she messed up all her credibility as far as employment. Yeah. Nobody's gonna want to deal with that woman, man.
Yeah, because how can you trust her?
Nope.
You know what I'm saying?
She made it worse. She just wasn't even thinking.
No.
And just and how old was she? She was a younger girl?
She was like 25 or 26, something like that.
Now here we go again, talking about that generation.
Yeah. And
she just destroyed her life, basically. I mean, people forget it, or whatever the case may be, and she may be to get on with her life, but it's going to take a while.
Yeah, she's going to have to relocate, change her name.
Yes, do some groveling, say, hey, that was a mistake I made. Since then, I've gotten myself together as far as my mind and my mental stability, and I'm ready to do what I need to do. But nobody's going to deal with that woman, man.
No, and the thing is, man, you don't want to bring race into it.
Right.
But they talked about, Tawana Brawley in New York, and that was in the 80s, I believe, the early 80s, where she said she got abducted and, they put cigarette burns on and everything. Then at the, had Al Sharpton and all them going.
Yeah.
And at the end, it was a hoax.
Yeah.
So now they're saying, these black girls with these hoaxes, what's going on?
And the thing about it, we don't need to be fabricating nothing.
No, we go through enough. We got enough.
Being black living, black man, black woman living and walking across the street every day.
Yeah.
And, don't be fabricating and lying.
Right. We got enough.
We got enough trouble. But
man.
And then we have people, we have the resources. If something did happen to you, people gonna come to your rescue. People gonna get out here and try to find you. They gonna get on that pavement and looking in the woods, and they gonna be gathering up money and making donations and stuff like that. But don't just be lying.
Yeah.
Don't do that, because now you got people that's like, I ain't dealing with it. Next time somebody says something, I ain't even want. Okay, I'm gonna turn the TV off or whatever.
Because they feel like they've been played, or Right. Yeah. It's like, I'm going out here looking for her, or I'm ready to give money in a GoFund and all this stuff, and then this is a hoax, and now they're like, oh, come on, man.
Yeah, and it's always something, man. It's always something, because, like we talked about before, human trafficking, man, is big.
Yeah, it's big.
It's big amongst black and white, no matter what color. And obviously, or it seemed like to me, it must be a lot of money in the stuff like that, because people are doing it.
Yeah.
Organs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, what kind of underground dark world is that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I think, somebody that got a lot of money, maybe they think they can just do stuff like that to stay alive. You never know what people with money and what they fabricate and what they think about doing.
Right.
And
man, I mean, there's got to be a market for it.
Yeah.
There's so many, there's so many people doing it, You got, like you said, you got money and you think you can do anything, and,
So what do you do? You may not know, but I'm just generally asking in general. What do you do when you're asking for a kidney or a body part or a liver? What's going on?
Right.
You trying to replace something that you may be dealing with, or maybe a bad thing, or instead of you getting on a list at the Kidney Foundation or a liver transplant place, you want to just have your own?
Yeah, man.
Stockpiling stuff, so when you get old,
some people,
you can replace things.
Yeah, some people, may not be able to get it, may not be eligible for certain reasons, sometimes when people have livers, get livers done, if they still drink and stuff, they're not going to give them a liver,
Exactly,
so they go out and pay for one, I guess.
Defeats the purpose.
Right.
So people trying to circumvent, what's going on, going around.
Man, there's a lot of stuff going on here that we don't see.
Right.
But that's happening, and a lot of crazy, underhanded, underworld stuff. They still talking about that Jeffrey Epstein Island and all that stuff.
They are?
Well, I just heard something on the news. They were saying another guy was involved in it, like a politician that's trying to come up. Like, they had pictures of them with these young kids, and man, it's just a lot out here, man.
It's a lot of evilness.
Yeah, there is, man.
A lot.
There really is, and it's like, in this society, you got to be paying attention, man.
Yeah.
Like you always say, keep your head on the swivel. You really got to keep your head on the swivel, because you could be walking into something that you can't get out of.
Right,
man.
right, and it could be detrimental.
Yeah.
Like I said, you hear a lot about people going, like women going to their cars and they saying different things, like a napkin or money.
Yeah.
Right there at the car door, and right there, the handle, so people don't want you to touch it because there may be fentanyl, something that you can ingest, and people might, it may kill you. You might fall off, and somebody grab you from there.
Right.
But if people going through that trouble, man, to get people, to kill people, this crazy out here.
Yeah, it is, man.
It's crazy.
It is.
You can't. People just don't just do the regular stuff no more.
No.
Do a job.
Right.
Do 2 jobs. Then I guess they don't stop selling drugs.
Yeah.
They're doing other stuff
They're
now.
doing all kinds of stuff
and all of it's bad.
Yeah.
But you don't got to the point where you're doing stuff that's like big high crimes that nobody even thought about.
I know, man.
You taking people.
Yeah.
And everybody talk about this cloning and stuff like that.
Right.
Who knows if they can do humans, or who knows how advanced it is? Because I know they doing cloning animals.
Yeah. And my thing is, if they can clone an animal, they can clone a human.
They trying.
They trying. Yeah, I mean, they may not. The human's not gonna have the same. Right. It's not gonna have a soul.
Right.
So it's not gonna be the same. But we might be looking at people that it may sound crazy, but we might be looking at people that have been cloned, man. You never know.
Yeah, you never know, man.
Because
you never know.
Man? I thought that years ago they had tried to do it. And I think the government stopped, some part of the government stopped this company from doing it.
Yeah.
But they claimed they were close. I'm not gonna speak on it too much because I don't have all the facts, but if next time we talk about it, I'm gonna have the information, because right now, man, in society, we gotta be really prepared, because there's, like you said, there's so much, man. It's like, say your lady goes out to get some gas, and she's at the station. You don't know, man.
That's right.
You kind of, and you don't want to be worried every time you leave the house, every time you're not with your wife or your lady or whatever. You don't want to be worrying about them all the time.
You're right. You're right. So,
but it's predators out here, man.
Yes, sexual predators.
Yeah.
Human trafficking predators. Predators in general.
Yeah.
And you don't know who these people are.
No.
And I don't know, man. They I think. The world and the government, or whoever the case may be looking at the wrong things.
Yeah.
They putting a lot of emphasis on, dealing with the LGBTQT and things like that. But it's a lot of other things that need to be addressed too. And I'm not saying that's not significant.
Right.
But you got a lot of other things that's worries, that's troubling me about just everyday living.
Right.
And just like, going back to what we said again, so we're going to switch topics to what you said that was going on. Somebody got hit, a child got hit. We switching topics on that.
Yeah, well, I was when I was on my way in, I was looking at the news, and I hadn't really been up on it, but I guess in Mattapan or Hyde Park, they call it Wood Ave, about 2 weeks ago, a young boy was killed. A 4-year-old boy was killed. So I guess the family had gone outside because someone in the family bought a new car.
Right.
So they all went out there to check out the car, and they didn't keep track of the 4-year-old.
Oh.
He goes out into the street, guy drives by, kills him, hits him, and then it keeps going. Right?
That's crazy in itself right there.
And so they put on, so today they said, okay, we know who the guy is.
Right.
If you see him.
The car and everything.
So at around 6 o'clock, he turned himself in.
Well, good. Good.
And so my thing was, and I was talking to my wife about it, my thing was like, he turned himself in because he knew they had him.
Right.
Right? But is he going to play it like, oh, I didn't know I hit him? When you hit something, you know you hit it.
Oh, yeah.
Even when you bump your car, you know it. You know what I mean?
You want to look in the mirror. What was that?
Right.
And our child, he should have stopped. Yeah. So by him doing a hit and run and not stopping, that's suspicious.
Yeah, it is.
Now, maybe they may give him a little grace period. So it was the next day he turned himself in?
No, he just turned himself in today. This happened like, say, July 15th, something around that area. And then so they were looking for him, and they finally, probably got some camera from somebody. Because with these Ring cameras and all that stuff, they catch you. Yeah, they catch you. So they put out this is the guy we're looking for. And then he turned himself in.
Yeah, well, I think he's gonna do some time.
Yeah.
Because it don't take you that long to do that.
No.
A person, a noble, admirable person, and you did something, regardless of you hitting a dog, or whatever the case may be, you're gonna stop.
Yeah.
Now, I wasn't there. I don't know. Maybe he didn't know what he hit.
Yeah. He could. I think that's what he's going to say. He's going to be like, I didn't know I hit anything. I would have come forward. As soon as I heard my name, I came forward.
Right. Well, I'm not a lawyer, so I'm not telling him what to do. Right. But I'm glad I wasn't in that situation.
I know. Because you got to live with that too, man.
I would be hurt, man. And if I knew all that long time that I killed somebody,
yeah, man.
I would really be hurt.
That would be eating me up.
Yeah.
But, a lot of people don't have that conscience these days.
I do. I have morals and I have values, man. So do you.
Yeah.
And we try to put that on to others to let people know, hey, man, you just can't go around doing things without no conscience. You can't, like some of these young kids, you can't go around killing people and, and dealing with these gangs and stuff and not think it's not going to come back around with you, because it is.
It always does.
Right. What comes around goes around.
Yeah. You got to reap what you sow.
Yes, right. And I'm a firm believer of karma.
Yeah.
Firm believer of it. So if anybody out there doing wrong to others and that individual, whoever, what the case may be, haven't done anything to you and you just maliciously doing things to people, it's going to come back on you guys. It's going to believe that.
And it's going to come back on you hard, and it may not come the way you think it's going to come. You know what I mean? Because when that hits you, it could be anything. It could be your family. It could be, but it's coming back.
Yes.
And the thing about that is that when it comes back, you know it.
Yep. And it's going to come back double.
And you be like,
double
okay.
What they said.
So
then you saying, you may be wondering, why am I going through this streak of bad luck?
Right.
Or why I just can't get myself together in life.
Right.
You got to look back. Figure out what did you do, or you didn't come to the grips with something.
Right.
Or didn't, ask for forgiveness,
right,
or something like that, because you just can't go around saying, "Okay, it's gonna pass." That don't happen, or I don't believe in that.
Right.
Nope.
It's coming back.
Yes.
You can't just do wrong to people and just keep doing it.
Yeah.
At some point you got to get it.
And like I said, a lot of people don't believe in things like that.
Yeah.
So that's why they do it, because they don't think there's no consequences or repercussions behind things that you do. People figure, I got away with it.
Right.
If I get caught, so what? I'll go to jail. But that's crazy in itself.
Yeah, it
is,
man.
Now, it's almost like these cats nowadays, they don't care. They'll go to jail.
Right.
Me personally, what's good in jail that you want to go to?
Right.
I don't want to see nothing in jail.
Nothing.
I want to be out here with my family and friends walking around free.
Right.
I don't want to go to jail.
Right.
I don't want to. Okay, I'm a bad guy. I went to jail for 2 or 3 years.
Right.
I don't look at that as being
that ain't honor.
Bad person. Right. I'm no honor.
Ain't no honor in that.
It's not, and I don't get why people don't see that. Man. These kids don't see. They don't realize it.
He got street cred. He's a man. He was able to go to jail. I was able to stay out.
Right, and I'm still a man. And I don't care what type of credibility I got with some of my peers.
Right.
My family know I'm a good dude.
Right.
My family know I'm a good husband, a good father.
That's
you know what I mean?
That's right.
And I'm gonna keep it moving.
That's it. Man.
I don't owe nobody nothing, man.
That's it.
Out here. And that's why I look at it.
Yeah.
And all this street cred, and we're not 15 no more.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You gotta be able to do things on your own, man. And I'm not gonna have a gang justify me being a man.
Right.
That's crazy.
It is.
That's crazy.
It really is, man.
And if I gotta do something malicious,
right?
Excuse me, for you to say, that guy, a good guy.
Yeah, he's hard.
He's
hard. Whatever.
Nah.
Yeah, man.
If you want me to say something about you or shake your hand and talk positive, go get a good job.
Right.
Go get a trade.
Right.
Go open up a business.
Right.
And then I'm like, okay, well, that guy, that's a good dude. I might listen to him or whatever.
Right.
He got some good information.
Right. But he's doing something positive.
Right. He's doing something positive. But I'm not going to come to you and be like, hey, shake your hand and say, yeah, man, you killed 5 people. You're a good dude.
Right.
Cool.
Right.
Nah, that's backwards, man.
Yeah, it really is.
But that's what's been fed to us, man.
Yeah.
In the social media, in the news and things like that. And it just, I would love to just go out into the streets and ask some of these young cats, what's your frame of mind right now, young man? Right. What are you thinking about right now? Do you think about college? Do you think about going to school? Do you think about what type of job you can have?
Right.
Do you think about how much money you can make if you was a doctor, lawyer,
right,
a firefighter, a welder,
right,
a plumber, anything?
Right.
What do you think about on an everyday basis?
Right.
Do you think
That'd be
about
interesting?
Yeah. Do you think about getting a gun and killing people for money?
Right.
Do you think about going out here and sell drugs for money? Right. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What are you thinking about? How you gonna make a living? In life?
Right.
Because you're not young forever.
That's it.
You're gonna get old.
That's right.
So you have to make life choices and decisions.
Yes.
And a lot of people don't even think that far. They just think for today. They don't
see it, man. They don't see it. That's so true, man. And that's the thing. We gotta try to, live our lives to reflect what we talk about. So we live what we say. But we gotta make sure that we call on others to live as they say too,
Exactly.
And then because the kids, they can see a hypocrite.
Yeah.
They know
a mile
hypocrite.
A mile away.
But they also know when someone's straight up, they say, okay, he go to work every day.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Right. He take care of his family. And I think that there's a lot of kids that look to that, but then there's some that just don't have anybody to look to.
That's true.
And so they just do whatever, man. And those are some dangerous kids.
Yes, the ones that don't have no remorse.
Yeah.
Because I've talked to some young cats out here, and they might not know you, but when they start talking to you, as far as, because a cat our age, they respect it.
Yeah.
They call you uncle, OG, or something
right.
As long as you kicking good knowledge to them. Because everybody not out here to F you over.
Right.
You got people out here that's trying to teach a person something. Like you and me, we try to teach good lessons, life lessons.
Right.
And letting them know, hey, it's better to go to school and do what you're supposed to do versus out here hanging out in the street and getting into malicious stuff or bad stuff.
Right.
We want to do something positive in life and move up. So if you can get them to listen, because everybody can learn from somebody.
Absolutely.
You can't. You just out here walking around aimlessly like a sheep. You need to be a leader.
Yeah.
So you can't learn nothing by just walking around here like that.
That's right, man.
Social media can't teach you nothing.
No.
You can look at things and hey, I want to be like that person, but don't strive to be like somebody else.
Right.
Do what you need to do for you. Right. Set yourself apart from
others. Right. Yes. That's great advice, man.
That's what I try. That's what we try to do.
Absolutely. But that's
somebody
great
out here
advice,
looking
man.
at this show needs help, man.
Yeah.
He needs help.
Absolutely.
And that's what we do. We come on here once a week or whatever, and we try to help people, man.
Yeah. And share our thoughts, and we here.
And by the way, you guys, take to my YouTube channel. You like, subscribe, and share it, because me and Rich here, we are still trying to do good things, and we're trying to bring it to y'all just like it is.
That's right.
We are in the world. We worldly guys. And we got some things to say.
That's right.
Hopefully you guys can listen. So we got, between me and you, we got a lot of wisdom.
Yes. Yeah.
And I don't mind sharing it.
I don't mind sharing.
You know what I mean? Anything else you want to say about that?
No, I just want, like you said, man, to people to pay attention. That's important, man. And if I could leave anything with people, is like you always say, keep your head on a swivel, because there's so much going around. And there's so much around us, and we have to be mindful of it. So, to the audience, just be wary. Not so wary, but just be observant.
Right. And once again, that's a wrap for this show.
Yes.
And I'm Gab with Gab, and this is my man Rich.
Yes.
And we're out.
We're out.